Hey PJs, welcome back to another video. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe down below to become part of my PJ squad, which is always awesome. And as always, comment down below what you guys would like to see next, or if you just want to go down there and say hello, I'll be answering as many comments as I can. So for today's video, I'm reviewing Snoop slimes, and I purchased a total of 3 slimes, which came out to be over $50, and the shipping took 8 days. They included some really nice extras, including 2 squishies and this plastic bag which had their business card in it, some candy, and some borax. I really liked the uniqueness and detail to their slime care guide. It is very detailed and has everything on there that you want to know. So like I mentioned, I purchased a total of 3 slimes. All of them have the Snoop Slimes label on the top and their slime label on the side, which I love the way they look. They are very detailed and cute. And this one in the middle has their new Snoop Slimes logo. Let me know if you like the old one or the new one better. They did package 2 slimes together, which did result in a cracked lid, but it does not change the texture of the slime. The crack is not big enough. Starting off the review, we have Strawberry Tangulu, which is a 7-ounce Bingsu slime that is scented like strawberry milkshake, and it comes with a, I believe, 2-ounce of a clear slime that you get to add, and 3 clay strawberries. I found the base to this slime to be very unique. Instead of the normal dense Bingsu slimes that I'm used to, this was a lot more bouncy and chewy, which I did enjoy. It did start out slightly sticky, but since I am adding a slime and some clay to this, I didn't want to tamper with the base. Regardless, I loved the chewy texture to this base, and unlike most Bingsu slimes, when this inflated, there was no tackiness whatsoever. As mentioned earlier, this slime comes with a clear slime that has glitter in it that you get to add to the slime yourself, and it represents the hardened sugar coating on Tangulu. I loved that they added a stick to the clay strawberries. Although you don't add it into the slime, it made the experience a lot more realistic. The little bag of strawberry-inspired add-ins were a great touch to the slime, and I found them to be really adorable. Mixing in the clay strawberries was super easy and satisfying. The clay pieces were squishable and super soft. DIY clays have always been some of my favorites, and when the clay pieces are really realistic like this one, it makes the experience 10 times better. Because Bingsus have so much texture to them, mixing in something soft like clay is extremely satisfying because you get to feel such a crunchy slime become softer, and it is a huge experience for your hands. It's also interesting to see how the two textures will collide with each other. Obviously, one is smooth and one is crunchy, so it's like an opposites attract sort of thing, but at least in my opinion, I think it works out great. Once the clay fully mixed in, this slime became super inflating and soft. This texture is definitely something I'm not used to, and that's because this slime didn't come with as much clay as most DIY clays do, so the base wasn't affected nearly as much. Keeping that in mind, however, the base is still extremely soft, and inflating this is beyond easy. This slime is scented like strawberry milkshake, and to me it smells more like really sweet strawberry milk, which I guess technically strawberry milkshake would be like a sweeter form of strawberry milk, but it doesn't smell like strawberry milkshake, just really sweet strawberry milk. I don't know, I can't describe things. But anyways, to me it also smells kind of like perfume, a really sweet, almost candy perfume, which I think fits the theme of this slime really well. This slime really stuck to its roots when it came to tackiness. No matter how much I inflated this or messed with it, even if my hands are hot, this slime does not have tackiness or stickiness or residue whatsoever, which is something that usually comes pretty rare with Bingsu slimes, especially ones that inflate this much. And before anybody commented, I do have a clip where there is slime on my hands when I'm showing the inflation, but that is just because I was messing with this slime so vigorously that it couldn't even get time to stick back to itself. I don't really know how else to describe it. You can see it in this clip, but that was just because I was messing with this really violently, trying to get it to inflate and stuff, and that does happen, like, no matter what kind of slime you have. And for the rating, this slime gets 5 out of 5 pajamas. Next up, we have Blue Lemonade, which is an unscented clear 6-ounce slime that has some glitters in it. It is a very gorgeous blue, almost sea blue color, and it has 2 really big, cute charms. And it comes with lemon Fimo slices on the bottom. So I know that I'm part of the knowing that knows that if you buy from Snoop Slimes and you're able to try their clear slimes, because that's like their famous texture. And the last time I reviewed them, I failed to grab one because it was snatched right out of my cart, but I was able to get one this time. I was so excited. And obviously I will go into detail about it, but I was already part of the knowing that knows to buy Snoop Slime's clear slimes, but now I'm part of the knowing that knows why they are grabbed so fast in her restocks. This is one of the best clear slime textures I have ever felt, if not the best. It is absolutely smooth, no residue, slightly bouncy, but thick at the same time. Everything about it is perfection. Plus, she hit the nail on the mark with the Blue Lemonade theme. Like, can you get more Blue Lemonade than this? And it is, like, I just honestly can't get over how beautiful and stunning and marvelous and whatever you want to call it, just how good this looks. And I know you guys saw those charms, especially the jar one of Blue Lemonade. It looks so pretty, and honestly, I took it out of the slime and it just sits on top of this one just so I can stare at it because I love how cute it is. But on a more serious matter, I only have one complaint about the slime, and it's not about the texture, it's about the charms. So obviously, like I said, you guys saw them. They are some pretty big charms, and both of them were in the container, so they took up a great amount of room that I feel like should have been filled up with slime instead, and the charms could have come on the side. Now that comes with the question of where to put the charms. You could do what I do and just put them on top or store them somewhere else, especially big charms like that. I think most people, especially I do, I will take them out of the slime when I'm playing with it anyways, so I might as well leave it out because sometimes getting the slime off the charms is a huge chore. And I didn't show it extremely well, but the charms took up about ½ an ounce of space, which isn't a big deal, but obviously it is taking up room where people would like more slime. But anyways, for the rating, this also gets 5 out of 5 pajamas. And lastly, we have Cookie Cream Shake. This is a DIY clay slime that comes with a 7-ounce white squishy base that contains black micro glitters to obviously represent cookies and cream, and it also comes with a separate container for your clay whipped cream to add on the top, and an extra chocolate sauce slime and a paper straw. And to top that all off, it also comes with chocolate inspired clay chunks. So the base being described as squishy probably confuses you guys as much as it confused me, but essentially it means a clay slime that is really squishy, and when I mean really squishy, I mean really squishy. It is very squishy. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like squishing something that's squishy, and it's very soft and squishy. Like I said with the first slime, I love DIY clays, especially when the clay sculpture is really realistic, and this one looks exactly like whipped cream. I swear slime shops are getting more innovative with their sculptures, and I don't know if I can keep up. The other big reason I like DIY clay so much is obviously the DIY aspect to it, especially when they give you so much stuff to add. Like there was chocolate sauce, chocolate sprinkles, the clay whipped cream, 2 Oreo charms, and the straw. Like, what more could you ask for? This was extremely easy to put together, and like an idiot, I forgot to add the straw, so I do apologize, but I think besides that it looks pretty beautiful and kind of realistic, right? And don't worry, I add the straw later when it doesn't make any sense. Like with the clay strawberries from the first slime, the clay whipped cream for this one was really soft and moldable, and it crumbled in my hands as I squished it into the slime, which is always really fun to do because it's just so soft, and like I always have the urge to just crumble my Daiso like blocks of clay together, and this kind of satisfies that, so I don't do that because I really don't need to do that, but the urge is very strong. Here I just added the rest of the chocolate sauce that I didn't add in the first part because if I had added all of it, it probably wouldn't have looked the greatest. And then I tried to do ASMR with the straw. It didn't work very well. But anyways, adding the extra is always a bonus because it's like doing another DIY slime with a DIY slime that you already DIY'd, and mixing the colors is very fun. And it's always super satisfying. Once the clay was fully mixed in, it definitely kept its squishy base, but instead of it being like a clay squishy, it was more like a butter squishy. On the contrary to most clay-based slimes, this one did not inflate nearly as much as most do, so if you don't really enjoy clay-based slimes that inflate a lot, or inflating slimes in general, but you want a slime like this, I would definitely recommend it because it doesn't inflate really easily, so I can definitely fit it back in the container. And of course, as a huge bonus, the clay whipped cream came in an extra container on its own, so even though the whole base doesn't fit into the regular container anymore, I can always put it in the second one. This slime was scented like cookies and cream milkshake, and most of the time I'm really skeptical of cookies and cream scented things in general, but this was really realistic and pretty strong. I think it smells amazing. I give this slime 5 out of 5 pajamas. But with that, that is the end of the review, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below which slime was your favorite, and if you've ever tried a Snoop Slime's clear slime, and of course what you thought about it. I'm always curious to hear about other people's experiences with the same slime shops. But anyways, I am signing off, and I will see you guys in the next one.